Welcome to the Fresno Football Club Match Day pregame show. This program is sponsored by Tioga Sequoia Brewing Company.
Hello and welcome to Fresno FC Match Day, the Fox's official pregame show. I'm Nick King at Tioga Sequoia Brewing Company in downtown Fresno. Saturday night at Chukchansi Park, Los Zorros even the Highway 99 season series at one game apiece, beating Sacramento Republic FC 2-0. And both those Foxes goals pretty darn good. In the first half, it was Ronnie Argueta with a no-look back heel pass that set up Juan Pablo Caffa for his fourth goal of the season. Then in the second half, late in the match, 92nd minute, Frank Teyu, who had just missed what you would probably consider an easy one minutes earlier, pulled off a shot from a good 60-70 yards. That put the finishing touches on this one. Here's a look now at the key moments.
And so Fresno looks down the barrel. Will be the decisive run of their season. It's Fresno at home, the Highway 99 Derby taking on Sacramento Republic.
Trying to get in for the short corner. Almost worked out.
Villarreal cutting onto his right, off the post, bounces towards Iwasa on his left, and it's caught by Cock.
Seen it time and time again this season. Good concentration from Cochran to make sure he got behind the ball. Beautiful skill from Cooper.
Here comes Fresno. Cooper!
Save keeper.
Barrera into space. Barrera has a goal, and it's on the goal line and kept out by Cohen. The backspin by Barrera. Lift it up. Collision. Back heel is on. Caffa rounds the keeper. He put it in. Oh, what a goal! Poetry in motion for Fresno.
They win the ball in the midfield. They turn it into offense. The ball goes forward. The little deft back heel flick from Cheney finds the foot. Week in, week out, though, he continues to improve. I think because of a large part because players like Teo have come into the picture and they have to improve the forwards forward.
Steered in the middle of the 18, and Ribeiro has Teu out in the open now. Teu can put this one away for Fresno. Teu! Ay, ay, ay.
Great strength, holds off the challenge. Needed to slow it down a little bit.
Tainter. Teu trying to lob all the way! Oh, he made up for it in the most incredible of fashions! Oh, come on! Oh!
Ball is cleared. He's 20 yards inside his own half. Cohen despairingly just watches it into the back of the net.
Full time. 2 goals straight from the spectacular for Fresno Football Club, and they've won Game 2 in the Highway 99 Derby.
Los Zorros keeper CJ Cochran registering his first clean sheet as a member of Fresno FC. Let's take a look now at his stop of the match.
Caffa dispossessed. Trying to race through. Mariasic. Cochran. Well, that nearly looked.
Through that inside right channel. Snapshot.
Of Welshman. McLaughlin, nice touch to keep it alive. Bone along the end line. Across the middle. Obanawi with the insurance goal. There it is. 2-0 orange and blue.
Dom rises up.
Decision from Jimenez there, Mike.
Lancaster! Cameron Lancaster! A dream of a goal!
Throughout the beginning of this first half, and he's barking orders. He hasn't stopped talking, pointing. Now we see Paraski getting in behind.
That ball from Mirkovic, and what an incredible goal from Paraski! Wow, the thunderbolt
Painter. Teyu trying to lob all the way! Oh, he made up for it in the most incredible of fashions! Oh, come on!
And now they're behind the 8 ball a little bit, although up a goal. This one sent in. Great effort! Tampa Bay equalize in the 90th. It's Damo Duro in his rowdy debut.
Obi steps in. Obi shooting! Saved by Lynn! He protected the 2 points!
First time service, cuts across, Brandon Allen! Didn't go in. Garces kept it out.
Gets in behind. Francois off of Ranjitsing. Francois again. Ranjitsing slaps it away. Here comes Fresno. Cooper!
Safe keeper.
Cohen swipes it over the crossbar.
Taking overlap here on the cross, volleyed in and beautifully saved. A wonderful hit.
Reminder, we want to make your fandom of Fresno FC a part of this show. We're searching social media for those hashtags, Somos Zorros, Built for Fresno, and We Are Foxes. We're using these kinds of pictures and videos heading into each commercial break.
The Fresno Football Club Match Day pregame show will be right back after these short messages. Welcome back to the Fresno Football Club Match Day pregame show. This program is sponsored by Tioga Sequoia Brewing Company.
Okay, we have our latest analyst to join us. This is Eric Solberg, men's soccer coach at Fresno City College, about to start his 20th season with the Rams. Eric, thanks for coming on. I know you've watched a good bit of Fresno FC this year. We're just a little bit past the halfway point in the team's inaugural season. What are kind of your general thoughts?
My first thoughts are getting outside the team it's great for the city. So it's been a great move. I love the vibe downtown when they're playing, and I think it's a big step for Fresno moving in the right direction downtown. And we need some anchors down here to do that. The team in general I've been impressed with. I think what's happening is they're moving forward at a fast rate. So from the first time I saw them, they were a little bit direct, maybe even a little bit nervous, who knows, and playing a lot of longer balls. Now they seem to have settled down, knocking the ball around in the back better. I think they're finding their midfield and just playing a better soccer game, at this point.
How much of kind of Adam Smith's style, the way he wants this team to play, have you been able to pick up on?
Well, and I was talking to him earlier, and they're training at our facility now, which is that's kind of just ramped up after redoing our field. So I've talked to them a little bit more recently, and I know they are playing a similar system to kind of what we do. Obviously, they have different thoughts and stuff on it, which I haven't expressed with it. But they're playing 4 in the back, 4 in the middle mostly, and 1 and 1. One up top and 1 underneath, with Kaffa trying to get him involved with everything. And I like that system because I like to be a little bit defensive, and I think they're handling what he's trying to get them to do well. And I love we got some former players that are Cheney's one of our players that's involved.
What is that like when you get former players who are playing at this level, just to be able to see them and kind of think back to when they were with you?
Well, you know, with Christian in particular, he was a guy that, you know, I really felt that I had something to do with his success. I feel like we helped him in soccer, but I felt like I helped him more maybe in just getting prepared maybe to get a chance at something, even if it was just work, you know, not necessarily soccer. So I felt, and he's expressed that to me, so hopefully he wasn't conning me when he said it, but I feel like I had a part of his story, and it is his story, it's not my story, so I don't have much to do with it, but I feel like we prepared him from a disciplinary standpoint, and I'm not a hard, fast disciplinarian guy, but he had to change some things he was doing just in terms of timelines and stuff, and so for him, as much as it's been crazy rewarding for him, it's been super rewarding for us as a program. He actually didn't play in high school, you know, and I don't think he would mind, but he had some eligibility issues. So I knew him through a little bit of club soccer, and then just everyone said, this guy's the guy. I just worked him and tried to tell him, hey, this is, you know, school's not for everybody. You know, I work at an educational institution, but sometimes, especially at the community college, it's about teaching people some, you know, other life skills, not only just education. I don't know if all my deans and administration believe me on that, but I really believe that's the case, because community college, that's what it's set up for. So that's where he improved the most. As a player, we played him in the back. He was a center back. I still actually think he could be a very good backline player. And then we would push him forward, either if we were losing, or obviously on set pieces, you know, he either would take them or he'd be in the box because of his, you know, prowess in the air. A lot of the things I see that he did well at our place, he's still doing well. He's just more refined and calmer on the ball. But he took a big jump at our place, I think, as a player and as a person.
We would like to make you, the community, a big part of this show as well by sharing your social media posts from the matches and the hoopla before and after the matches.
The Fresno Football Club Match Day pregame show will be right back after these short messages. Welcome back to the Fresno Football Club Match Day pregame show. This program is sponsored by Tioga Sequoia Brewing Company.
Okay, we got Fox's head coach Adam Smith with us now, coming off a 2-0 win. Let me start with the last goal. Frank Teyu, what'd you think of that?
Yeah, I was still angry before he scored it at the one he missed a few minutes earlier, and also the one that the referee called back where he was away on goal as well, which was never a foul, but unbelievable finish. And it's not even like it's just a snapshot, you know, he actually touched it forward and then looked up and then hit it. You know, normally when you see those, you know, halfway line goals, they're like, you know, just a one-time thing, or, you know, that he actually touched it and then did it. So the keeper had time to adjust, and I mean, obviously it's difficult anyway, but he's 70 yards from goal, so it's phenomenal.
Do you consider that intuition? Did you talk to him afterward as to what goes through his mind to make that kind of move?
I just listen. Frank's going to be one of those players. He's going to get better and better. He's going to be one of those players that is a handful to the opposition. He's going to miss some goals that are going to be frustrating, and that's just, you know, because he's going to create a lot of chances for himself or for other players around him. But I think we're going to see a lot more from him, and I'm excited to have him at the football club.
I know the first time Sacramento Republic comes into town, you guys lose 1-0, but you don't feel like, hey, that's not a team that we can't beat.
No,
to come through the second time and play the way you did that feel good?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great point, Nick, that you raised. The first game was a poor game. Both teams looked tired. Both teams had made lots of changes. It could have gone either way. I mean, it really could have. It should have been a tie. I mean, it had tie written all over it, but it wasn't. And every credit to them for taking their chance, and we missed ours. I think we hit the post, and then we had another one that just went wide, and we should have been coming out of there with a point each, and everyone goes home happy. But I think the important thing was the way we bounced back, and not just after the Sacramento game, but after 2 games on the road where we've lost, after coming off a great performance at home, going on the road, hoping to build on it, losing those 2 games, which we were disappointed with, but then coming back and beating your local rivals, and the way we beat them, the way we set our stall out, the way we played, was really pleasing.
And now you go to Portland, first meeting with Timbers 2. It's a team right ahead of you guys in the standings right now. How much do you know about this squad?
I don't know a great deal about them. I do know a lot about the football club. Obviously, I'd spent 5 years there. And it's a very good football club, and they obviously try and do things the right way, and they've proved that with the first team success. And they've got an academy system in place, and T2 was always seen as more of a development team, I think, when they started, whereas this season the outlook seemed to have changed a little bit. I think the onus has been a little bit more on winning and competing, and that's shown in the results that they've had. So it's always a strange one when you play an MLS team, because they have a home game Saturday night, and you don't know which players they'll use following day, which guys haven't had sufficient minutes, so we don't know. So the pleasing thing is that they've had a little bit of a slip up over the last few games. I have watched them, and they still played well in some of those games, but I'm hoping that sort of poor run of form can continue going into our game on Sunday. If we apply ourselves in the same way as we did against Sacramento, then we'll have every opportunity of winning the game.
It's a good point that you did live in Portland and spend time with the organization. I know you don't have a lot of time on this road trip, but is there any restaurant or brewery or something that you're going to quick dive into that you missed?
I'll take care of the game first, and hopefully that result will take care of itself, and then I'll be able to enjoy a little bit of time. We're going to take the team to the Adidas store for a visit, the employee store. I've set that up so that they can do some shopping. So you should ask the players to bring you back something nice. And then there's plenty of places. A couple of my favourites, or Widmer is obviously a good one in Portland. The Shoots, which is from Bend, but they have a brewery in downtown Portland as well, is a very good one. But there's a number of places in the Pearl District and around the downtown area of Portland that are superb, both for food and obviously some good brews.
Get some good food, good drink, and a win, and that'll be a good road trip.
It would be nice to be able to taste a bit of celebration, and for the guys to come back and be in great spirits going into what will be yet another hard game against Phoenix.
The Fresno Football Club Matchday pregame show will be right back after these short messages. Welcome back to the Fresno Football Club Matchday pregame show. This program is sponsored by Tioga Sequoia Brewing Company.
Western Conference standings, top dog Real Monarchs SLC, actually the only one of the top 5 teams to lose in its most recent game. Phoenix Rising FC, the Foxes' next opponent, in second now on a 6-game unbeaten streak. Shifting to the playoff picture, today's opponent T2 in 7th at 26 points. Then Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC at 24. And now Fresno FC, highest Los Zorros have been in a while, 9th place at 22 points. Upcoming schedule, today's game, the first of 3 straight here on CW59. You'll have to tune in if you want to watch this team play a bunch here coming up. 6 days from now against Phoenix is the only home match until August 18th. Also note the next 2 road games, that Oklahoma trip, both 5:30 starts for us on the West Coast. That is our show. Thanks for watching and enjoy this afternoon's game. If the Foxes can win in its first ever trip to Portland, as we mentioned, it would be very helpful for playoff seeding. Los Zorros right now in 9th, Timbers 2 in 7th in the Western Conference.
Have I ever told you the legend of Los Zorros? It is a legend, not of size or strength, of fury or fire, but one of speed, cunning, and of sheer will. Born to thrive, fearless in battle, always quicker, always smarter, always winning. So tell me, do you have what it takes to become